Yay, I made it. Hi, everyone. It's me, KP. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies, and I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday. Even though I can't believe it's Friday again already. How about you? Who is here? Let's see. Jim. Jim gets gold star. Terry Moore is here. Who else? Ellen, welcome. Stephanie Martin, Anita. Who else? Puffer, Mary Lynn, Bernadette, Deb, Claire, Ginger Sparks. Okay. Well, I know that we'll probably get a few other people jumping on here to join us. But I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and we are going to talk about the rest of April because it is ArtFoamies April. That's what we dubbed it around here anyway. Let me turn this light back on, and let's see here. How's that lighting look to all of you? All right, I want to just read some of the comments and see what you're all talking about. Oh, Jim, that's so exciting. I hope that you have a good, restful little break. I hope it's great and beautiful up there. I wish I was going with you. Who else? I hope you're all looking forward to a great weekend and that you have plenty of time to get makey. And speaking of makeys, we are going to be starting on a new little journey together because I have decided, how many of you remember when we did the artist spotlight? Let me know. I'm going to wait for your answer, and I want to say hello to Dee. Howdy from East Texas, she says. And hello to Dee from Central Missouri. Well, I don't know if I'm Central Missouri. That's what am I? I'm Eastern Missouri? I don't know. No, because I'm not in East. I'm north of St. Louis. So I don't know what that makes me. Just Missouri. How about that? Also known as Misery. Huh. So how many of you joined me for any of our artist spotlight? I was just curious because what we're going to be doing from now for the next 30 weeks. Okay, that's a long time, 30 weeks. We are going to be doing another spotlight series. Okay, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a spotlight on the bestsellers. So super excited to be bringing to you the best-selling stamps from each artist because many of you know that this is our anniversary month. It's also my birthday month, so it's a big celebration around here. And so I wanted to kick off something special this month for, to sort of celebrate all of ArtFoamies, not just focus on, mine or, my favorites or whatever, but actually focus on each artist, talk a little bit about their contributions, not only to ArtFoamies, but to the mixed media world in general. And, just do a little project with their best-selling stamp, okay? So we're going to kick that off tonight. I'm really excited about it. And then I do want to talk to you also about what we have going on the next couple weeks. Because, again, this is our anniversary month. And next week is our actual 3-year anniversary, meaning, okay, ArtFoamies is actually about, I believe, 10 years old. But I bought it from the original owner in April of 2020. Well, actually, really, I bought it in January of 2020, but we did not reopen and launch the company here in the United States until April 20th of 2020. So, it's 3 years that I'm celebrating being the owner of ArtFoamies. And, my family and I are so appreciative of this business. We love it so much. It not only suits my, quest and my need for artsy, makey things, but it really suits our family working together and, making fun products for all of you. So, hold on one second. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. I'm just reading the comments again. I didn't realize people were still here talking. Let's see. Who doesn't have? Oh, you don't have a Zoom. You don't have a Zoom, Puff? Get some Zoom. Terry Moore. Let's see. Christina, welcome. Sea Hag is here. Pamela, Joni, Marpy Hayes, welcome. Let's see. Artist Spotlight. Yeah, Stephanie Martin does. Marilyn Kelly. Yeah, Jim, you know what? I think that you came and joined right maybe at the tail end of the Artist Spotlights. Yes, Estrella, yay. Oh, good. I hope you're feeling better, Estrella. Roberta is here. Okay, great. Yes. So Claire, I taught the Rolodexy box in Patreon yesterday. So if you go back and watch Daily Heart, yes, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I can't remember right now. I have to admit to you, and I wanted to let everybody know too, this evening there is no after party, okay? I'm so sorry. I hope that I'm not letting anybody down. But for my patrons, we're not going to be having an after party tonight, okay? I'm really worn out from this week, and we are having Super Sculpey Saturday tomorrow. Catherine Guerrero and Narini is here. Welcome. And Linda Finney. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Again, I just want to remind you what my plan is that we are going to be doing a bestseller spotlight. So what I'm going to do is each week for the next approximately 30 weeks, because keep in mind that some of these will be interrupted with pop-up shops, or possibly if we do have, a special, a special launch or something in there, we might, preempt, preempt the spotlight. But we will be, going along. Here's our list, and I'm going to, yes, Puffer, yes, for sure. I'll talk a little bit about that too, okay? And Estrella, I'm so sorry that you're not feeling well. I sure hope that your pain meds will kick in and that you'll get this straightened out soon, my friend. Hope that a little bit of at least watching some Makeys and dreaming about future Makeys will help you become inspired to get well faster. All right, so here's our list. We're going to start at the very top. If you go on our website, okay, go on to I'm sorry, I'm like, what's our website again? If you go on to artfoamies.com, you can go on the list of artists and click on each name and then say sort by best-selling. And it will show you all of the bestsellers, okay? So for this week, to kick off our bestseller spotlight, we're going to start with our 100 Proof Press. And it's so terrific that 100 Proof Press, their ArtFoamy bestseller is The Doll. So what I've decided to do, and I'm super, super excited about this, is that each week I am going to make a charm and a Rolodex for using the bestseller. And I do want you to know, I also will, possibly have some other samples to share and to show, maybe a journal page or something else. But generally, I'm going to be making a charm and some sort of Rolodexy. That way, by the end of the 30 days, I'm going to have a full charm bracelet with a charm from each artist with their bestseller. I would love it if you all would join along. Now, you don't have to use the same stamp, of course, but I know that so many of you do collect ArtFoamies and that you probably have at least a stamp from almost every artist. So this way, you can play along with me, and you too, if you would do this with me, you will have a charm from each artist at the end of the 30 weeks and a Rolodex for your Rolodexy, okay? Patty Hodder is in the house. Thanks for being here. And Patty will tell you, please like this video and share it and save it and comment and do all the things to make it, get better ratings. Also, if you're not already following us and liking us, please do so. We are trying to reach 5,000 followers and likes on our Instagram and Facebook pages. I know that numbers don't really matter, but they sort of do sometimes. And so we would really appreciate your help. On the 21st, we're going to be doing, if you like it and you share it and you come back and you tell me that you shared it, I will enter you in the drawing for the gift certificate on April 20th. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, 100 Proof Press this week. We are spotlighting their bestseller, and it is the doll. I'm super excited because I love the stamp, and I also have to share and show you that they sent me, 100 Proof Press sent me the matching rubber stamp. So now I have a doll and a little doll. So I'm going to obviously do something, with that, because I think she needs a little doll to go with her. Anyway, I wanted to pull this out for you too. I have a whole bunch of these stretchy bracelets that have these discs on them. And so what I'm going to do is I have a bunch of jump rings. I'm just going to take these discs off, and I will be putting on my charm. So I'm going to go ahead and put this charm on for you, and then we're going to make one together for our makey. Okay. So here's my first little charm, and I know they're kind of big, or they might be, because, it depends on the stamp. So maybe some will be smaller. It really just depends, but it doesn't matter, because I don't know that I'm necessarily going to be wearing this, but I am going to be making a fun collector's charm bracelet, and it's going to be so, so cute when it's all the way filled up, right? It's just going to make such a statement. And I'm hoping, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So there's actually going to be only 25 spots. So I'm probably going to end up having to make 2 bracelets. And maybe with like 15 each. Okay. So it's going to be really cute. Now, right now, it's going to look kind of weird, but keep in mind that once you start getting an entire collection built up, it's going to make a huge difference, right? And if you don't want to put it on a bracelet, maybe you want to make charms to put on a journal, or you just want to make a little string of charms, or maybe you want to make a necklace. I don't know, but it's going to be fun. So I'm just recommending to do this makey with me. Okay, so let's first, and then you can see here, I do have a little Rolodexy made with the same stamp, with the same ArtFoamy. And so I'm going to make one of each of these for you as our special little makey. Now, normally we would go into the after party to do some of the demonstrations, but since we're not having an after party this evening, I'm going to go ahead and do these here for you, okay? So I am going to use a little bit of shrink plastic. This is translucent, or translucent, so it's more the frosted, okay? And I am going to take, it's kind of crazy, but I'm going to take a little bit of my Moon Glow Coral Fire ink, okay? And I'm going to rub it right on my shrink plastic. I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm just going to varnish that on there. What that's going to do is it's going to give me a nice sort of peachy, peachy color that is going to be cute for the little doll, because we have a little naked Cupid doll. And now I'm also going to take a little scrap buddy, and I'm going to take a little bit of white gesso, okay? A little bit of white gesso and a little bit of my fluorescent Coral Fire ink. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want a darker color of that, excuse me, same sort of peachy color, okay? But I want the gesso on there, okay, so that it'll dry a little bit quicker, and it won't really move around as much, okay? And when I said darker, I don't really mean necessarily darker, but a little bit more opaque, okay? And I think you'll see what I mean when I do stamp this, okay? Hopefully it's giving it sort of that peachy skin tone, all right? I want to leave enough at the top to where I can cut a little loop for myself, okay? Oh, and for some reason, I think I might have had a little bit of, I don't know, color, a little bit of brown or something on there. So that's okay, because I wanted a little bit of a darker color anyway. All right, I'm going to blow dry this. And Bernadette, I see your comment. I will answer you in just a minute, okay? Yes, they make such cute push pins too. Yes. So that would be a great collection as well, Catherine. If you wanted to make little push pins with the bestsellers, that would also be adorable, because you can make the cutest cork board. Oh my gosh. Now you got me going on another tangent. All right, I'm going to blow dry this, but I want it on a cool setting, okay? I don't want to start shrinking this yet, okay? So I'm going to blow dry on a cool setting just to dry this. Okay, and I don't know for sure if it's all the way dry enough. I'm just going to try to be kind of careful as I cut it out to not smear it, okay? So I'm just going to first give it a rough cut. And I'm going to go at the top of the head first so that I don't forget to cut my loop, okay? I want to be pretty generous because I'm going to use a larger hole punch, because remember, it's going to shrink down pretty small. And so I want to be able to fit a regular 1/4 inch hole punch in that space. And I'm going to cut pretty close to the image, if not all the way up to the image. Oops, look, ripped it a little bit. Okay, I just want to tell you that the kind of cool thing about shrink plastic too, if you do get a little flaw, if you get a little rip or something, generally it's going to be fine, okay? It should sort of smooth out when I heat it, okay, when I shrink it. Again, I'm being sort of careful because I'm trying to not smear any of the ink or get any little smushy fingerprints on there. All right, so, and again, you can't really tell that it's a peachy color. You know, it looks pretty clear, but it will show when you shrink it. Okay, so now don't forget to punch your hole. So Patty says, is there a brand for shrink plastic that you recommend? No. I will tell you that I way back in the day when my parents had their stamp company in the 90s, and we used to have a shop as well. I used to have so much shrink plastic, okay? Lucky Squirrel is the brand that I have. I don't even know. Look, I had so much shrink plastic that I've never had to buy it again, okay? That's literally how much I had reams of it, okay? So Lucky Squirrel is the brand that I use, and this is still the same stuff. So I just recommend looking around. I did not use black ink, Linda. I used actually a little bit of gesso and a little bit of my Moon Glow Coral Fire ink, just to make it like a darker peachy color. And then my stamp honestly was a little bit dirty, so I got sort of a brownish, like orangey color. Okay. So anyway, and then again, don't forget to punch your hole. Okay. This is a piece of I think granite, or some, yeah, from a sample from a granite place, and I use it to heat my stuff. If you need to hold it down, you can use some sort of tool. You can use like a wooden stick, or you can use, like, sometimes I'll just use a little tool like this. Okay, a wooden stick is kind of nice, or like a chopstick or an emery board or something like that. I'll use this chopstick. Okay, so I'm going to use my heat tool, and here we go. Gonna go crazy. Should flatten out on its own pretty well. And then if you feel like it's sort of, bumpy at all, you can just take a stamp or something like that and smush it down. Okay, piece of wood, not the other side of your stamp. I just use my wooden block. Sometimes I generally I'll keep just a block of wood around here, but I couldn't find my block, so just the back of your stamp mount will work. And you can see how much it darkens, and that peachy color looks really nice. Now I will tell you, I did do the back. I just went on the back and I took a paint marker. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to use, where is my little paint marker? I'm going to use my little Posca paint pen. And I don't have, I wish, oh, you know what? No, maybe I'll use this gray. I have a gray Posca. And I turned it over. And I'm going to go ahead and outline it. And you can kind of see the outline through that transparent plastic. I'm going to give her a little booty. Like that. That's the back of her. It's kind of wet, so let's see if I can dry that a little bit better. All right, let's turn it back over. And now I'm going to take some of my paint markers and, well, so I was, let's see, that's okay, Dee. Yes. So I recommend, the only one that I actually know of by brand name, of course, is Shrinky Dinks. But I don't know about those. Look for Lucky Squirrel and see if they're still around. I'm going to give her eyes a little better, a little darken her eyes. Maybe your little belly button too. And then, of course, I just went in with, a few little paints and I gave her a little heart. I gave her a little tiny gleam in her eye. I gave her some little cheeks, and I gave her some little hair color. Okay? Not a lot, but enough to sort of, I don't know, make a difference, I guess. I'm going to just take my fluorescent orange yellow, little acrylic here, and I'm just going to put some in her hair. little tiny, tiny, teeny bit of white gesso. Okay, a little bit of my fluorescent pink. Oh, yes, that's right. Kay Krings, thank you so much. Please look up Julie Haymaker. I'm going to guess that she has the best because I'm completely forgot about that. But if you all know Julie Haymaker, she does so many amazing, beautiful, fun things with shrink plastic. So and yes. So thank you so much, Kay. Definitely love supporting other, other artists and other, entrepreneurs. So please look up Julie Haymaker. And Kay, if you have her link and you want to share it, that would be great. Really appreciate that. See, this is why Moonies are the best. So yes, you can paint before you. Yes, Rini, great question. You definitely can paint before you shrink. Okay. I do like to paint sometimes before I shrink because it condenses the colors and makes them much brighter. So it's great. I kind of do it a little bit of both. All right, and there you have it. You have your little Cupid doll charm. It is ready to be. I can go ahead and varnish this. Now you can spray varnish it. I will tell you that a lot of times if it's just for looks or just for whatever, I'm not going to be wearing it and washing it. I do use nail polish or clear polish on my shrinks a lot. Okay. But if it's something that you really, you think you're going to be getting it wet or you're going to really be wearing it, you can do other things such as resin it or use whatever kinds of varnish, that you use that you're comfortable with. Okay. I'm going to fix that little eye. And then I did go ahead and I took, I think I just took my colored pencil, sort of this peachy color, and I just colored the back with the peachy colored pencil. And I colored her hair, I don't know, sort of you could use the same matching color, of course, but all right. And then you have your little Cupid doll. Oh, so cute. And if you're modest, okay, and you don't want her to be naked, if you don't want a naked makey, you can make a cute little dress. And you could do that the same. Like you could make her a little dress. See, here I've made her one. And you could do a little shrinky dress, or, you could just paint over it, whatever you want. Okay. So that's for modest people that don't want a naked doll. Definitely you can have her dressed too. Okay. Yes, Puffer, I remember. Oh my gosh, I still wish I had one. All right, so that is for our and you know what, actually I think she turned out cuter. She's like a little brighter and a little chubbier, so maybe I trade her out. I don't know. And that's a nice thing too, that you can, to know that, even though I did it exactly the same, you might never get it exactly the same way twice. So you have an original, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and make a little paper doll. Okay, so you can do this. Oh gosh, let's see. I must have a fun, nice piece. Will this fit this? I don't know if it will. No, I was looking for a nice piece of watercolor paper. Let's see what I got around here. Oh, here's a piece. This will work. I'm going to go ahead and stamp her. This time I will go ahead and do a little We want to let's watercolor her. So let me go ahead and wash this off. Puffer, yeah. One that would be kind of weird. I don't know that Mr. Moon wants a little naked doll charm. Yeah, I'm hoping not. All right, getting this all cleaned off here. Let's go ahead and just debating how I want to stamp her. If I want to stamp her, oh, such decisions. I think I'm going to stamp her in burnt sienna watercolor. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to load up my stamp with a little water. Okay, I'm going to take my burnt sienna crayon here. Oh, let's see. Not crayon. My burnt sienna. This is an extra fine watercolor stick. Okay, so it's actual artist grade. It's Daniel Smith. So it's artist grade watercolor, and this is actually a really nice piece of watercolor paper. I want to peel off my wrapper. Linda. Oh, Catherine, good one. Yes, thank you for saying that too. Shrinkage depends on the direction if you stamp vertical or horizontal. That is something I forgot. I really did. I think I did used to know that, but I wasn't paying attention, so maybe that's why she's a little chubbier. All right, so again, this is my burnt sienna watercolor, extra fine watercolor stick, okay? I have a pretty good coverage. I'm going to go ahead and stamp her down. Ooh, that I got a good, really nice coverage there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to blow dry it gently for just a moment. And then the nice thing is, okay, is that if you want to go in with just a wet brush, okay, just a little bit of a wet brush, oops, a clean wet brush, okay, not with stuff on it, but a clean wet brush, you should be able to grab some of that some of that burnt sienna and pull it through. Okay, so that's just going to give you sort of a little nice wash of color. What's nice about this stamp is that it has a lot of the little shading areas, the little stippling where you need it. So it's going to sort of give a natural shadowing. And if you do want to take your same color stick and just get a little bit of color on your brush, you can again just go in and make it a little bit darker, a little more value around where those stipple spots are. Okay, I'm going to go up into her face and Again, sort of smush a little color. Okay, and then, oh, you know, I'm going to need a little bit of pink for the cheeks, a little bit of rosy cheeks. Now, I would wait until everything's dry before I go back in and do the eyes, okay? And while I'm thinking about it, and what Bernadette asked about the drawing, we are going to be doing a drawing on our anniversary, for $100 gift card. If you like our pages and you share them, our Instagram, okay? So we really appreciate it. Your name will be put into a random generator, and we will do a drawing on our anniversary. All right, so now I'm going to go into a little black watercolor here. I don't use a lot of black watercolor generally, but I am going to just line her eyes. Again, really important that, you know, that it's pretty dry, because if it's wet, it's going to go smearing blossoming and blooming everywhere. So try to be patient if you can. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give her a little color on her mouth. And for hair, oh, I don't know. Let's go. I'm going to just give her pink hair just for fun. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. I think it's kind of cute just as she is. I'm going to set her aside for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get another piece of watercolor paper, and I am going to stamp my little stamp, my little 100 proof press Cupidon. I just love the size differential. So cute. And many of you who've been following me for a long time know that I've been doing this forever, using the watercolor with the stamps, even rubber stamps. You can do it. The difference is that ArtFoamies are a little more absorbent. The rubber does not absorb any of the water, so it sort of sits on top. So I think the main thing is that you just don't want it very wet, okay? Yes, so are you talking about on the rubber stamp? It does migrate, but usually it works out okay. You know, my face got a little smushy, but it's okay. And I think the color got a little bit darker than I would like also, but that's okay too. Just going to go in with my little wet brush, and I'll just sort of move stuff around. I might have to, yeah, I'm just going to fill in those eyes. It looks kind of weird right now, but I can fix that. And I'm not going to lie to you, it got a little too much watercolor on there. I might just go ahead and blot it, okay? Get some of that pigment off of there, and then I'll just take my wet brush and smush it around a bit. And then I will let this dry, and then I'll fix her face, okay? It won't take much. It's just a little smooshy. Still kind of cute though. If I do say so myself. All right, I'm going to blow dry it for a sec. Linda Weber, same to you. Thanks for coming. I'm going to go ahead and obviously cut her out. All right, so now I have my little doll's doll. I want to fix her face now, so I'm just going to take again my little detail brush. So yes, you're just going to, you're going to go on our page and you're going to share it, and you're going to come back and say that you shared it. All right, I'll do some posts too between now and then where you can, do that. So I think, Jim, that it's just doll or Kewpie doll. Let me see. It might have does it have the number on here? No number. I think if you just type in doll, it'll come up. Isn't it so cute? And it's so kind of retro is what I also like about it. It's... And I do admit it needs a little touch of white, so I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to put a little touch, tiny dot of white. And I know it's such a small area, it shouldn't really matter that much, but I think it makes such a difference. And go ahead and give her some rosy cheeks too. She looks like a little munchkin. All right, and then we have to... Yep, she needs to go right on there. And I think I'm going to get a little piece of, what's that? Like, oh gosh, foam tape. I think I'm just going to take the smallest piece of foam tape. And I will tell you, it's so funny. I have this foam tape that I bought. I don't even know where. It was really cheap a long time ago. It's a huge roll. but it's really flat. So it doesn't really pop up that much. It's not very thick. So sometimes if I want it to pop up a little higher, I have to fold it in half. Yeah, that'll at least give me a little depth. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clip my corners using my corner rounder. I'm going to go ahead and give my, and I'm just debating which holder I want to put it in. Do I want this to go, I think I do want this actually in one of my smaller Rolodexes. Oh gosh, let's see. Well, I don't know if I want it to go in my, yeah, so it's going to go on my 2 1/4 by 4. So I am going to just use my Heidi Swap punch because, oh, 1904 wavy hair naked doll. Okay, I had no idea that it had such a long name. And there you have it. We now have a Rolodex and a charm. And actually, it would have been really cute too. I could have just given her the little, shrink plastic. Little shrink plastic doll. Anyway, so I do have a Rolodexy and a charm to show for all my hard work. I hope that you enjoyed our Makey, and I hope that you will be looking forward to our series of best-selling ArtFoamies from our wonderful ArtFoamy artists, okay? So if you have any thoughts or questions, you know where to find me. For those of you who are Crescent Moonies or above, please join me tomorrow at noon Central on my Patreon page for our Super Sculpey Saturday. And again, if you have any other thoughts, questions, ideas, input, really just anything, you know where to find me. I love you all to the moon and back. I thank you so, so much for joining me and spending time with me on your Friday night. And you know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone. Have a great night and a great weekend.